Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in. What's going on? Everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Invite and share. What's going on? Thank everybody for tuning in on tonight. This is definitely going to be a interesting conversation and topic on tonight. So just wanted to do something on tonight to be able to open up a platform. Hey, Shalom, what's going on? Sister Ernestine, how you doing? What's going on, everybody? Smiley Don, how everybody doing? Hey, Brother Fenton, man, I'm gonna give you a call to get off this live. I've been kind of drenched today, kind of busy today. And so Shabbat Shalom to everybody out there who tuning in. Grace, peace, and many blessings to all the Christian brothers and sisters. Grace, peace, and many blessings to all the Christian brothers and sisters. Shabbat Shalom to all the Hebrew brothers and sisters who are tuning in. And definitely like and share. This is going to be an open discussion, shall I say. And what I mean is an open discussion. And I'll go ahead as brothers and sisters begin to tune in. Everybody get to logging on. I'm going to give it a minute. For everybody to start getting in here before we go to it. I want to open this up. Something that I think that does not get done often, and I want to hear from the Christian side. I want to hear from the Christian brothers and sisters. Shalom, what's going on? I want to hear from the Christian brothers and sisters. So if you pastor friend, if you got Christian pastors, Christian evangelists, Christian teachers, whatever, anybody that's a Christian, you ain't even got to be a pastor. But if you're a Christian, you identify as being a Christian, and you have had experiences with, quote unquote, Black Hebrew Israelites, or you've done any form of research, you saw them on YouTube, Google, whatever it is. Just want to open up the floor and just pretty much give you an opportunity to voice your concerns, voice your opinion. This is not one of those nights where I'm going to try to rebut anything you saying. I'm not going to try to just come against anything. This is just one of those evenings and one of those platforms to just open it up and hear the concerns of Christians concerning, because now this has become a hot topic. It's become a big thing, a big discussion about within Christendom. So especially mostly around the urban side. I want to mean urban side. I'm talking as far as the Black church is concerned. It's becoming a hot topic within the Black church, and it's a question of how to combat it, and many have questions of what it is, all types of things. So tonight I wanted to be able to present an opportunity to whatever. It doesn't matter if you are a clergyman in the Christian church or you're just a regular individual, and you would like to voice your opinion, voice your concerns, or whatever experience you had. Some people have had experiences of walking down the street. Some people have had experiences all kind of ways. Some may have a family member who's a quote-unquote Black Hebrew Israelite. And I just use the term Black Hebrew Israelite because that is the term that is being used. Tonight, I'm just a neutral party and just wanting to give a floor and a platform to those who may not have the voice or want to voice the voice. So if you got any friends, you got any pastors, co-workers, or anything like that, shoot them the invite. Invite them to the page, and as well as share the page. If you have a pastor or anybody, definitely they can come on. I will give them the floor, and they can send me a request to come on, and I will let them come on. And I'm not going to say anything. This is just pretty much a floor for pretty much the public, floor for y'all, so y'all can hear what their thoughts are and concerns and stuff like that. So I'm going to give it a minute. I know, brothers and sisters, the numbers keep going up. Brothers and sisters are inviting and sharing and stuff like that. But this is what this is. This is not a debate. This is not anything that I'm going to rebut or anything of that nature. I just want to give the brothers and sisters the floor to voice their concerns, their opinions, whatever they have to say, whatever they want to say regarding the way they feel about, you know, Black Hebrew Israelites and whatnot. And I just use that term simply because, again, yes, Pastor George Warrior, we definitely gonna be working on that. I have a small platform that I do called The Balance, where I get Christian pastors and Hebrew pastors together and have discussion. And that's pretty much based on our commonalities, and it doesn't focus on the differences. And so I'll be putting something together soon for that type of platform of a discussion in that category, scripturally and historically. I'm gonna be working on that for Atlanta. We did The Balance in Jacksonville, and we did The Balance in Atlanta, but we're gonna be doing it in Atlanta pretty soon. I'll just get everybody to date. So, hey, Shalom, what's going on? So definitely, again, if you're a Christian and you would like to come on the live and just pretty much talk about your experience with a Black Hebrew Israelite, or voice your opinion or concerns about it, and what you feel concerning it, definitely this is what this floor is for. This is what this platform is for. So again, if you're just not tuning in and you have a friend, pastor, coworker, Christian, or whoever, and they want to come on, they can send me an invite and I will invite them on, and they can go ahead and express themselves. That's what this is about tonight. Expressing yourself concerning what you feel is the Black Hebrew Israelite movement or whatnot. So I'm going to give it time, and I'm going to see if I get any invitations to come on. And I know people was tagging brothers and sisters earlier. I know I said we were going to get started at 9:30. I jumped on here at a little bit after 9 to give it an opportunity for people to get the notification and for it to build up and stuff like that. And we'll go from there, okay? So that's what this is about. And we're going to have the discussion here in just a second. We're going to have a discussion in just a second. And we'll go from there, okay? So this is geared towards Christians only. Okay, geared towards Christians only. And we'll go from there. So we'll see how it goes. And if anybody comes on, then we'll go from there. So, but I'm pretty sure some people will probably come on. So give it time. Let me send some personal invites, and then go from there. All right, thank y'all for tuning in, man. I'm sending some personal invites, and we'll go from there, okay? I want to talk about them devils, LOL, just kidding, Shabash. Man, what's going on, Ozzy? Don't start that, man. You're going to mess around and see. You're going to mess around and scare them folks, man. You need to stop that. Don't have that. Don't be putting that stuff up there like that. I know you joking, but you know how it is. It's a sensitive moment right now, brother. It's a sensitive moment. So definitely send your invitations to all your Christian friends and Christian pastors and stuff like that. Want to give them an opportunity to just express themselves of what they feel is regarding the quote unquote Black Hebrew Israelites. All right. So greetings to you all. Greetings to you all. I've sent out some invites myself. So we'll give it a minute here and see what's going on. All right. Sending some out. This may take a little time, but folks will begin to come on. They'll begin to come on. We'll see what's going on. All right. Now I want to have no friend. All right. Can you touch on the friends and changing names real quick? Tonight, Brother Sam, to me, tonight, that's not my assignment. Tonight, my assignment is to give Christians and Christian pastors a platform to be able to express their concerns or experience with Black Hebrew Israelites, quote unquote Black Hebrew Israelites. And so I want to be able to give them a platform to be able to express themselves in conversation and what they feel, and do they feel it's a danger? Do they feel what their expressions are? So tonight I'm not pretty much here to deal with anything of that nature. I'm not even here to rebut anything that they say. But I think it's very important for us to be able to hear on both sides, hear what the concerns are, and be able to hear things out besides yelling at each other and things of that nature. So I just want to be able to give, be able to give a platform. That's all I'm here for. That's all I'm here for. I'm not trying to prove anything. Okay, I'm not trying to prove anything. All right. So I'm just here just to give a platform and go from there. So I'm just looking for brothers and sisters. If they want to come on, trust me, this is not what this is about, but it is. I think your opinion and how you feel is very important. Okay. I think it's very important, your opinion, because there are others who may have the same concerns and whatnot. And so I think it's very important for brothers and sisters to be able to voice their opinion without someone interrupting them and without someone cutting them off, or without someone, trying to cut them with scripture. But I think it is very important to give that platform. So I'm just waiting for somebody to send me an invitation so they can come on and so we can hear what they have to say. All right. So are y'all Black and Jewish? Jalen, stop playing. I'm all ears at the moment. All right. Let's see, brothers and sisters, get on here, man. Y'all want to come on now? We're giving a platform to be able to discuss, your experience and what you feel about the whole quote unquote Black Hebrew Israelite movement. And whatnot. So you got a platform. Come on, send me an invitation. You can come on. Again, if you're just not joining, excuse me, this is not a debate or anything of that nature. This is not even about reasoning at all. All right. This is not even about reasoning at all. So it doesn't matter. Jerry, it really doesn't matter at this point what I am. I'm just here to give a platform. That's it. So it really doesn't matter what I am or what I believe. I'm just the moderator or someone giving a platform on my page. That's it. So it's an opportunity for people to hear the other side in conversation. So if anybody want to come on and express your opinion. You listen. It's at a point if you want to, whatever. It's not one of those argumentative moments or anything like that. So if I was teaching per se, and if I was on here teaching something, I have a whole bunch of people on here talking. There's a whole lot of people on here saying, hey, nah, they got a whole bunch of conversations and remarks. So now, being able to give a healthy dialogue, we'll see if someone hit the button. Just hit the button. Hit the button. I'll bring you on. You can voice your opinion. Brother Jalen, that's right. Absolutely. Brother Azza, some would say that's an oxymoron. You can't be that. That's an oxymoron. That's what some would say. But I know. Come on, somebody hit the button. Come on, somebody hit the button, man. I'm not gonna bite. I'm not gonna contend against you. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna just give you to let you go ahead and just go ahead and just spill out what you want to spill out. Somebody hit the button. If you want me to invite you on, just say invite me on, and I'll do it for you. Some may not know. If you want me to invite you on, I'll invite you on. I'll send you the invite. Please don't allow the opportunity to pass. Nothing is gained by staying in a state of bias. Asking you shall receive. You look like spirit-filled people. Come on now, somebody, if you want me to invite you on. Okay, all right, Jerry wants to invite him on. All right, let me send an invite to Jerry. Hold on. Jerry, I don't think I can invite you on, man. Do you have a, hold on. Are you on your phone? Hold on, let me see. I don't think I can invite you on. Something going on. Hold on. Yeah, Jerry, you don't have the green video button on your emoji. Diana, bless you. Bless you. Oh, no, Jerry, you can't be on the laptop, man. You got to get on your phone unless you have like an iPad or something like that. Unless you have like an iPad. Peace to you as well. Hold on, let's see. Okay. I think, because you're a broadcast. Hold on, somebody just hit the button. Somebody just hit the button. Let me see here. What's going on, Pop? I'm gonna see if I can. I kind of want to get you here. Let's go, Jill. Let me see if I can get somebody just hit the button.
Peace, bro.
Peace. What's going on?
Not much. It's a good topic you got.
Absolutely. Are you a Christian?
I wouldn't say I'm a Christian, and I wouldn't say I'm opposed to Christianity.
Okay. Have you experienced anything with quote unquote Black Hebrew Israelites or? What are your thoughts about it?
Yes, I followed the whole Israelite doctrine for a good 10 years. I'll say a good 10 years. And, like, I studied Hebrew, I studied the Bible, I know about the artifacts. Like, I was involved in all the debates back in the day with Sarah Seti and Hebrew War Machine. Me and the brother Nasi Yashavel, we actually started the Hebrew War Machine.
Okay.
I partly helped start the RBG Hebrews. I just don't identify as a Hebrew Israelite anymore. But and all my reasons are dealing with scholarship, and not necessarily the spiritual and religious aspect of being an Israelite.
Okay. So what you say your issue is scholarship?
Yes, scholarship and the historicity of the claims, not necessarily the spiritual part.
Okay.
When it comes to the Most High and stuff like that, not necessarily that part, no. When it comes to the historicity of the Hebrew Israelites as pertaining to African Americans being Hebrews, that's why I have a history with it. I know ancient Israelite history, archaeology, and all that. Awesome, thank you, man. But I don't see a connection in when it comes to African Americans in Hebrew and the ancient Israelites. I don't see the connection.
Okay.
I used to think I saw the connection, but I don't see it anymore.
Okay. So you believe that the claim of African Americans being Hebrew Israelites is a false claim?
Yeah, it's a false claim. Thank you, love.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a false claim. And I wouldn't necessarily say it's false in the sense of it purposely being done. I say it's false in the sense of how it's being applied.
Okay.
Because from a historical standpoint, when it comes to our enslaved ancestors in America, we use biblical hermeneutics to utilize the text. Like, I'll give you an example of biblical hermeneutics. It's not a literal interpretation. We're using the stories, the different plights in the stories to reference our current state. I'm gonna give you an example. During slavery, our ancestors called the Ohio River, they called that the River Jordan. We know that's not the River Jordan, but that's what they called it. They called all the northern states who were free of slavery, they called them the Promised Land. They called the American government Pharaoh. They called the slave masters Pharaoh. They wasn't saying the word Pharaoh literally. They was talking about the way they operate and the way they do stuff and how they were treating us. And in the same sense, we call ourselves Israelites in that sense. Not in the sense of anything to be taken literal. It's called biblical hermeneutics, and the evolution of biblical hermeneutics turned into what we know as liberation theology. When you look at Richard Allen and the various people in the African Methodist Church, so there's a place for it, but not in the context of what people are doing it today. It's out of context.
Okay. So your claim would be that it's a false claim and that it's a problem. Would you say it's a problem making it literal, in which it should be applied from a spiritual sense?
From a biblical hermeneutical sense. Let me give you another example. When Denmark Vesey started his slave rebellion to overthrow the government in Virginia, he used the book of Joshua and the Israelites conquering of Canaan as biblical hermeneutics to instruct the slaves on how to overthrow Virginia. He wasn't telling them that Virginia was literally the land of Canaan and that the Europeans that were Canaanites. He was telling them, he was using the story as biblical hermeneutics, as a reflection of their current situation and the situation of the characters in the book. He wasn't saying talking literal, and they knew that. They knew that. They didn't. One of the biggest misconceptions that a lot of people have. Hebrew Israelites, Moorish Science Temple of America, and these different groups, they bank off the fact that they think African Americans lost their culture. One of the first things they ask you is, what's your nationality? And they doing that not to be disingenuous, but they know that African Americans, quote unquote, lost their heritage. And I'm here to tell you that we never lost our heritage. We never lost our culture. It's the fact that we didn't lose it. We forgot how to identify it. We forgot how to identify the West African culture that we did retain. I'm going to give you a perfect example. Everybody that's black or African American had a grandmother who swept outside her door. Not only did she sweep her house, she swept outside her door and around her house, even down to the sidewalk sometimes. Now, I don't know you from Adams, but I guarantee your grandma used to do that. And you saw her do it. Everybody do that. What is she doing? Is she just crazy and sweeping outside? No, that's a retention. That's a cultural retention from West Africa. That's done. The sweeping around the house and outside the dwelling is done to sweep away evil spirits. This is done in West Africa. If we don't know who we are, we can identify ourselves in the things we already do. We're going to think grandma's being crazy. Even grandma might not even know why she's doing it. Because she got it from her mother got it from her mother, and so on and so forth. You know?
Okay. Well, brother, I'm gonna have to go because we can't have you on the whole time. But I'm gonna definitely bring some other brothers and sisters on. Thank you for giving your perspective.
No, thank you, bro.
All right. All right. I'm honest, not sure what to think. I've never studied the Black Hebrew Israelites in depth to speak intelligence. Let's see who's on here. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, Jerry. Oh, don't answer. Hold on. Let me try to get Jerry. Where's Jerry at? Oh, Jerry, I just lost you. Okay. Jerry, resend me. Hold on. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's just try to get. All right, Jerry, I'm going to have to try to get you back on. Hold on. Let me see. I'll try one more time. If you can, send me an invite. If not, somebody else send me an invite as well. I want to get a pure Christian perspective. If any Christian brothers and sisters are on here, I want to get a full-blown Christian perspective of things. We definitely appreciate the brother for coming on, whatnot. But if someone, hold on, let's see here. Let me see if I can get Jerry back on here. All right, Jerry, let me try to bring somebody else. Hold on, Pop. I'm trying to get you on, but for some reason, it's not letting you on either. Hold on. Let me try to go back. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to get y'all on. Let me run a test real quick. It might be maybe blocked up. Sometimes it do that. Hey, Azza, I'm about to send you something just to try to get this thing back from being unblocked. Hold on. Let me see here real quick. Let me see if it bring you on, Azza, and then I'll come back. I'm just bringing you on. Okay. Appreciate the decline, man. All right. So let's see here. Let me see if I can. All right, Pop. I'm bringing you in. It should be adding you right now. The topic is about what is your experience of Black Hebrew Israelites. If you have any concerns or anything of that nature, what's going on? Got my spiritual father on here. So what's going on? You know, the floor is open, and you know, we giving it from a Christian perspective. And so got my pop on. He's a Christian. So let's go.
Yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian all the way. full blood, Doc. Everything about me is Christian. Let me cut this down. Everything about me is Christian, Doc. I'm fully Christian, and we had a nice conversation today.
Oh yeah,
we had a nice long conversation today. Peace and blessings to everyone. Let me say this. You saved Hebrews in my head. Before I connected with you and my daughter, Raynice, I thought Hebrews were the most disrespectful, rude people in the world. I really did. I really did. I really did. But then I found this out, and I'm from a full-blood Christian, that there are sets in Hebrew just like sets in Christendom. We have Christians that curse. We have Christians that lie. We have Christians that have false claims. The whole 9 yards. So I found out that Hebrews and Christians are not really different. They're not different at all. They're really not different at all. And the young man that came on, he was talking about witchcraft.
Yeah.
That wasn't anything but witchcraft. Grandma swept outside because that was witchcraft, Doc. That was witchcraft. All right, that was witchcraft, and because we don't understand. See, a lot of things, and I'm coming from a Christian. A lot of things before I met you, I just didn't understand. I just did not understand. It wasn't that I thought it was wrong. I just didn't understand it. And here was the thing, just like Christians, I didn't find a Hebrew brother or a Hebrew sister that will give me understanding without trying to say I was wrong about something. See? All right. And so now that I have a Hebrew son and a Hebrew daughter, okay, I'm able to really look into this thing and see some things that really makes a whole lot of sense when it comes down to your heritage, what you believe. We talked about it for about an hour today, me and you. For about an hour, we talked about geography and different things that would help us understand these things. And so as a full Christian, I still look at some other brothers' lives and be like, what are they talking about? I'd be like, I'm confused. I'm seriously confused because there's a lot going on out there. You know, we talked about the Africans, Afrocentric religions, and how somehow we can come across as being who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And then with all that, you know, praying to the gods and to the ancestors, we know there's only one God.
Mm-hmm.
We all know there's one God, and that's the Father. We already know that. All right. And so I think what was confusing me was how it was so close to that African witchcraft.
Yeah.
All right. To that African witchcraft. And so that what gave me the drawback until I met you. That's what gave me the drawback until I met you. And so I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all go and let you finish. We are not religious. We are relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We are relationship. On these religious things, and you can get yourself in a whole lot of trouble with homiletics and hermeneutics.
Yeah, absolutely.
If it's not placed right. If it's misplaced, we can get in a whole lot of trouble with it, and we need to understand to keep everything in its place. Because I would say something, but I'm gonna leave it alone. Because you know, I got things I could say, but me and you talk about in private, and I want to leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone, because religious. If you look at it on these things, sometimes religious or religiosity can end up looking like an occult.
Yeah.
And that's the bottom line. You know, theology, somebody just said theology is killing us. No, it's not. It's misplaced theology that's killing us. The word theology, theo, the word theo and ology means the study of how God deals with his people. That's all theology means. It means the study of how God deals with his people, period. So whenever we are studying how God deals with us, that's theology. The problem is people have been saying other things and calling it theology and calling it the study of God.
Absolutely.
And so I'm a full Christian. I'm an apostle of the Lord's church. I have people under me. I love the Lord Jesus Christ. You know, I love the Father. He is the Father, and we're good to go. But I love this platform because nobody's doing this. All right, nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this kind of platform, and you're a blessing to even do it. And see, and some of the stuff that says, see, and this is why some of us can't get together, because just some of the stuff that's coming on there. Christian
I see it.
is the most controversial, ignorant religion. See, that's why we can never become one. Right there. right there. See, it's
absolutely.
So we're proving our point while we're on this platform right now. We're proving our point that if we continue this way, and man, you said something earlier on the phone, the Father's getting ready to do something.
Oh, yeah.
The Father is getting ready to do something. The Bible says, be slow to speak and quicker to hear. The Father's getting ready to do something, and the truth, the full truth, is about to be manifested. And a lot of us that are messing around are going to hear this truth and have to answer. We're going to have to answer. So I'm gone. I love you, son. Keep on doing what you're doing, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, man, and I'll be watching.
Amen. All right. Thank you, Pop. All right. This is only for Christians. If you identify as a Christian, this is a platform for you. All right. I'm just letting folks talk, whatever they've experienced, what they've watched on YouTube, or whatever it is. I'm giving all of y'all a platform only if you identify as Christian. I have a whole lot of Hebrew Israelites. I had a brother, other brother on here. I see some of the Kemetic brothers on here as well. And but this is just as a platform for Christians. Eventually, I'll have some Kemetic brothers come on and let us hear their perspective. Okay, but this right here is just pretty much just for those who identify wholeheartedly as Christian. Okay, and we'll go from there. So if you identify as Christian, let me see here. Let me see if I can get Jerry on here. Let's see here. Hold on. All right, Jerry, I think it's about to add you. Let me see here. This platform is just strictly for Christians, for them to be able to say what they want to say. All right. This is not about me proving or rebutting or proving anything. Whatever the Christian feels or their experience is, this is what this platform is about. All right. So I see brothers coming on here asking, can they come on? I specifically put in the title, this is for Christians only. Okay. Let the Christians say what they want to say concerning their experience with Black Hebrew Israelites, whether it be personally or whether it be something that they saw on YouTube or whatever. All right, so, all right, the brother declined. Let me see who's next on here. All right, come on, let's see it. All right, I'm gonna send it one more time, Jerry. All right, I'm sending it. I just sent it, but it declined. All right, I just sent it, but it declined. And let me see, I'm gonna send it again to see if it'll finally bring you on. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see here. All right, it declined again. Let me see if I can get somebody else on here. Let's see here. McNeil Jonathan, are you? Hold on. Let's see. This only for Christians. All right, let's see. Let me get out of here. Who's next? Who's next on here? I thought I saw a sister pop up. I saw a sister pop up on here. Is her name Kim? I think that's what her name was. Let me try to find her. She kept saying she wanted to come on next. Okay, there it is. Kim right there. Let me see. All right, Kim, I'm sending this. I'm sending it to you now.
Yo, how you doing?
All right, man. You had a Chinese lady on your emoji.
That's my old
Your
lady, man. I stay undercover, you
Oh,
heard
okay. My bad. I don't want
me?
y'all
Yeah.
brothers. So, are you a Christian man?
No, but I'm
Man, I said this for Christians, bro. Come
but
on, man.
I had to come on here and say something, man. Just hear me out first though. Like
Listen, listen. Now this is your first time. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. All right, go ahead and say what you're gonna say quick, and then we're gonna get out of here because I want to hear what the Christians say. We might
okay.
tomorrow or the next day we may have the Hebrews on here.
All
Okay,
right.
but Christians only.
Got you though, right? But yeah, man. What I was saying was, a lot of people don't know like the stuff that I think that was your father that was just on. A lot of these people are actually following camp doctrine. They're not, every camp got their specific way of teaching, right? And it's all being portrayed, that's how we are being portrayed as Hebrews as, oh, I don't understand these guys. Well, what I'm here, I just want to say for a second that the scriptures talks about that's the scribes and the Pharisees. That's even with the Hebrew camps. Some of the Hebrew camps ain't teaching. They just like the Christians. They really are just like the Christians.
All
They
right,
actually,
that's your time, brother. We'll bring you on another day.
all
Are you
right.
friends with me? Are you friends with me?
Nah, I ain't friends with you, but I'm about to
Send
be
me a
though.
friend request, man.
All
Send me a
right,
friend request. All
all right,
right, peace.
all right,
All
all
right,
right.
brother. All right. So let's see. Nathan, you were crazy. Nathan, you crazy, man. Now let's see about your phone fix now, Jerry. Come on now. All right, we done tried to add you several times now. We need you to come out of the sticks. You need to give Verizon or somebody. All right, come on, let's see here. All right, let's see if we can add Jerry, man. Jerry been trying to get on here a minute, so he's adding it. So let's see if we can get him added and connected. All right, let's see if we can get him added and connected. All right, let's see here. Oh, that thing taking a minute, man. It's taking a minute. It's taking a minute. Let's see if we can get him added, man. I really want to get Jerry on because Jerry really trying to get on here. He really trying to get on here. Doc, hey Jerry, man, you're gonna have to go up the street, man. You got to go to Starbucks or somewhere, man. You're gonna have to go to Starbucks. Let's see, we're gonna try to get somebody else on. Who else want to come on? Hebrew Israelites. All right, whoever want to come on, talk about the quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites. Tonight is the platform and whatnot. So I'm giving everybody a platform to be able to come on here. Send me a invite, and I will bring you on if you are a Christian. Only Christians only. Okay, only Christians only. All right, send me an invite. Send me an invite. Christians only. Christians only. Let's see here. Got to get Jerry on. Jerry, you're going to have to move around or something. I think you might be in a bad spot in the house because sometimes the signal doesn't work. What if a Hebrew that believes in, what if you're a Hebrew that believes in Chris? Brother Sean, what you talking about, man? All right, hold on. I'm trying to get doggone, what's the name on here, man? Who else on here? Let me see. All right, appreciate that, Kim. Hold on. Man, Hey, Jerry, you're gonna have to go outside, man. You're gonna have to go outside and stand on the porch or something. All right, it didn't work. Next, who else next, man? Who want to come on? Who want to come on the live? We're trying to give a platform to everybody that's Christian. If you want to send a request to come on, identify as Christian enough to offer. Okay, McNeil, that's what's up, McNeil. I'll bring you on. Okay, I'll bring you on. All right, adding someone else right now. So we're adding someone else right now. Hopefully they can get connected. If you're in an area that doesn't get great reception, sometimes it won't add you or bring you on. So hopefully it's connecting right now. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get somebody else on. It's telling me to rotate. Yeah, you got to rotate your phone. You got to turn it sideways, horizontally. You got to turn it sideways. That's probably, if your phone isn't turned sideways, it probably won't even bring it on either, because that's why they, what's the name? Yeah, you got to rotate it to the side. All right, you got to rotate it horizontally. All right. You got to rotate your phone sideways, horizontally for it to come on, okay? Anybody that's a Christian that's trying to come on, you got to rotate your phone horizontally. I'm adding one more person. I'm adding a person now, so I'm trying to see. You have to rotate your phone horizontally because it wants to show you on the split screen. All right, it wants to show you on the split screen. What they got? What kind? Yeah. Okay. I'll get it in there. Just bring me something to drink. Okay. All right, let's see here. Hey man, y'all keep declining it, man. I'm sending it to you now. All right, hold on. All right, I'm inviting another brother on, so hopefully bring him in. All right, let's see here. Hey Casey, man, you need to cut it out, man. Cut it out, bro. Okay, the platform is yours,
Yo.
bro.
What's up?
Peace,
family, how y'all doing, man?
All right, are you a Christian?
Am I a Christian?
You took a long time to say
it.
You took a long time to respond. I think you playing me, man.
No, I'm not playing you. Like I've actually, I used to identify as being a Hebrew Israelite, right?
Okay.
And but I came from a upbringing. I actually grew up in the Methodist church. I used to be a Methodist preacher. I used to be going around from different churches, teaching and preaching on Sundays and everything, the whole nine. And I went into this little thing where I kind of got sucked into the Hebrew Israelite paradigm. And from there, I actually I took a step back and I realized the folly in most of the doctrine that Hebrews are actually teaching. And it comes from a place of hate, a hatred of mankind, a hatred in a place of superiority. You feel like, because a lot of people feel like, they have nothing going on in their life, and they meet somebody on the street corner who tells them, hey, you the child of God, you feel empowered, and so you go down this path. So it's very inviting for a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, a lot of the doctrine is not based on actual truth. It's based on, I guess, added scriptures and added things that make you feel better about your own life. And from my experience, like when I actually started studying, I made the connection, you know, back home in West Africa and those different things. And I understand that like the different priesthoods that exist. And I mean, I studied Hebrew. I did the whole nine with it. And I think that Christians and people who are like, I guess, free-minded Hebrew Israelites are on the exact same path. They're on the path to the Most High, and they teaching love. And I think a lot of people, they run into Hebrew Israelites on the corner yelling at people. I wouldn't like him either. You know what I'm saying? But that's my first experience, my only experience with a dude that he cussed my grandmama out because we out here shopping on a Saturday. I wouldn't like y'all either. You know, and like we got to understand, like the God I serve is not a God of hate. He's a God of love. You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of Hebrew Israelites miss, and that's what a lot of Christians have a lot of. They have a lot of love in their heart, and I think it's like if that was able to be transmitted into that movement, it'll be a lot stronger because there's truth in it. There's a lot of truth in it. But on Hebrew perspective, it's a whole lot of hate, man. It's a lot of I'm better than you. It's a lot of you going to hell. You're gonna be my slave. How you know you're not an Edomite? You know, like what? It's crazy to me. But and I just came on your platform. I just wanted to, you know, I seen my boy JC on here. I came on here, you know, support him. But just, you know.
Well, man, just look. I think your perspective was definitely appreciated. Sincerely, I think it was appreciated. I think that is definitely you know, something that's good. I think just if you get a chance, send me a friend request, man. Definitely send me a friend request. Definitely love to talk to you behind the scenes and just kind of get an even more in-depth perspective and conversation because I think I'm looking at the comments on here and a lot of people definitely feeling that. You know what I'm saying? It's a mixed crowd. It's Christians and Hebrews, and some of the Hebrews on here agreeing with you. So I think it's definitely a good situation, man. Just send me a friend request, and we definitely build from there behind the scenes, man. But definitely appreciate your perspective. You ain't left the Bible yet, though, have you?
No, I rock with the Bible, man. I mean, I rock with Divine Prospect, man. Ron, that's
okay, Ron. Okay.
So like we rock with the Bible, man. But we just come from a different position. We love our people more than we love anything that can take us outside of that. You know.
I got you.
And so like, God's the Most High, Yah, of course. Then we got our people. Then we got our own selves. So we gotta be selfless in this journey.
I got you, man. So definitely appreciate it, man. Shalom to you and bless you, brother.
All right, bless you, bro. Black power.
All right. All right, who else? Definitely good perspective from a brother. Let's see here. Let me go to McNeil. Jerry, I'm coming to you next. I'm going to McNeil first. All right, let me see. Let me go to Jerry. It's the crazy hates that gets me, but I do understand it. Okay, Jerry, come on now, Jerry. We gotta listen, Jerry. I'm telling you, man, we gotta get you on here, man. All right, we done been trying to get you on. There go, Jerry. Jerry, what's up? Jerry. What's going on, Jerry, man?
What's happening, brother? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you real good, man.
Oh, praise God. You know what it is that I had the phone locked on rotate, so it wasn't rotating. Oh, man. You know, I was listening to some of the things the guys were saying, and I'm going to be honest, man. I think the problem with the Black Hebrew Israelite, if you see, especially the demographic, it almost seems to appeal to a vulnerable group of people. It goes into the difficult neighborhoods, and what it does is plays identity politics. And what it does is it tries to appeal to those who consider themselves to be marginalized, to be oppressed, to be ignored by the European Jesus, by the blonde hair, blue eye, you know, Jesus that looks like a homosexual BG. I mean, it's a horrific, and pardon the expression, by the way. But you know, the Jesus that is painted on TV looks like he's more in a women's conference than he is the King of Kings. So, so when you appeal to that type of group of people, and you appeal to that marginalized group of people, or the people who feel marginalized, and you play that identity politics and that identity stuff, of course, it's going to call attention. But what I was talking, and I was talking to Nathan, I think he's one of your members or students or something. What I was saying to Nathan is that a lot of this has to do with covenant theology. I was listening. Even some Christians today don't have an understanding of the biblical hermeneutic, how the covenants manifest themselves throughout the text. So it's a big the covenant. The God is a God of covenants, and when you don't have an understanding of covenant theology, then you start all kinds of things coming into your head. Because if you think about it, I can guarantee you that Korah's DNA was Israelite, but Korah's in hell burning. Even if whether you believe in Korah or not, I mean, whether you believe in hell or not, Korah wasn't saved because of his DNA. Abraham was considered righteous before the law, before he was even circumcised. There was a promised seed from Genesis 3, all the way from Genesis 3. There was a promised seed, and there is a spiritual Israel. If you look at the prophets, Micah, Nahum, Hosea, if you go Paul's words in Romans 11, and I saw the funny thing about Hebrew Israelites is that they have a condescending tone. It's an aggressive condescending tone, as if, oh, let those Pauline Christians talk and whatnot. They themselves don't go past Deuteronomy 28, even though they don't know how to the actual understanding of Deuteronomy 28. But they mock Christians, for many different reasons. But when you look at the harmony of Scripture, and you see how God's plan kind of unfolds from the beginning to the end, whether you want to only believe in the Tanakh, or you want to believe in the whole 66 inspired books that you and I would believe in. Even if you appeal to the Apocrypha, you know what I mean? There is a harmony. I deny the Apocrypha, by the way, but there's a harmony that you see that is manifested and displayed through the covenants, or at least through the covenant that God makes. And that covenant is the identity politics that these guys play. And the whole, well, I'm from Judah, and I'm from the tribe of this. They're all from Judah, ironically. Every single one of them is from Judah. The very patriarch of that tribe was a degenerate. He tried to sleep with his son's wife, and then try to treat her like a prostitute. But this is the identity politics that they play. It's because I'm from the tribe of Judah. Dude, I'm from Manhattan. That means nothing. When you want to play the whole, I'm part of this tribe and I'm part of that tribe. Yeah, Korah was part of a tribe. Jeroboam was part of a tribe. Most of the northern kings were part of tribes. Most of the Judean kings were part of tribes. Very few of them survived the wrath of God. It's not your DNA that's going to save you. So, but my experience with the Black Hebrew Israelites and the whole, it's heartbreaking to me, because it's all an identity thing. It's like what these Hebrew Israelites do, or Black Hebrew Israelites do, is they recruit. They don't proselytize. They don't preach the coming Messiah. They don't preach what Isaiah preached, calling the nations to repentance, all nations to repentance. No, what they do is stand on a street corner and say, if you're Black, you're with us, but if you're white, you're this. It's almost a gang. It's just recruiting. You're recruiting the vulnerable people who feel marginalized, who can't defend themselves or feel that they can't defend themselves. You bring them into your little group. You tie a turban around their head. They look like a bunch of Power Rangers, give themselves really cool names, and now all of a sudden you're part of a tribe. I don't know. I told a Hebrew Israelite, I'm from a tribe called Quest. Does that count? And he so because
which is a dope group.
Hey, I prefer that over the tribes in Brooklyn. But when you have these guys that give themselves these superhero names, a Grand Marshal, Warrior Lion, this and that, I asked a Hebrew Israelite if I can call myself the Red Power Ranger, because they give themselves these identity. What do gang members do? They call themselves by nicknames. That's Theme. That's this guy. Yo, that's Chino. It's a gang mentality. It's give people some type of identity so they can feel like they're part of something, and then use all this weird historical arguments that they can't qualify and use recycled blogs to qualify their arguments, and criticize Christians this and Christians that and Christians. I had the brother that was on there before, with all due respect, because I know he is a spiritual father to you or something like that. You said, well, there's Christians that lies and there's Christians that this. No, that's a postmodern construct. A Christian is not, there's no such thing as a good Christian, a bad Christian, a gay Christian, or this Christian, or that Christian. No, a Christian is a Christian. Now, is he in a sanctifying process? Absolutely. Is the Spirit working sanctification through him? Absolutely. But Christians, when a Christian says, I'm not perfect, that's a torment. That's not a get out of jail free card. So to say that there are Christians that do this, there are Christians that do that, and Christians that, no, you're trivializing the regenerating power of the Holy Spirit. Paul says in Romans 1, he says the gospel is the power of God unto salvation. And by you trivializing that, by saying, oh, there's Christians like this, and there's Christians like that, and there's Christians like those, you're trivializing the regenerating work, John 1, Titus 3, of how the Spirit of God changes a man to fulfill Ezekiel 36, Jeremiah 31, Micah, Nahum, Hosea, all these things that God promised to do to the heart of man, to change the heart of man. You're trivializing that by saying, oh, so on one camp of the Christians, you have this nominal cookie cutter Christian that thinks because he yells a lot and uses 10-cent words, that he's a Christian. No, there's an importance in doctrine. The man said, no, we're not religious, we have relationships. Sir, if you deal with sacraments, if you deal with baptism, if you deal with the Lord's Supper, communion, if you fulfill these duties which have been commanded, those are religious duties. Society has hijacked the word religion and has turned it into a bad thing. The Bible does not do that. So we've allowed
society. Okay, hold on. Let's stop right there because we're going on something else. We're talking about the Hebrew Israelites. So
all I was trying to say was what my whole point.
Let me ask you this question really quick. Mm-hmm. Let me get in here. Let me ask you this question. So in your interpretation of what you're speaking in the clarity, I'm just asking questions. I'm not trying to combat or challenge or anything of that nature. But I'm just asking the question.
Sure.
Based off your experience, when you say Black Hebrew Israelites, are you talking the whole Hebrew Israelite community or the ones that you just basically experienced? Because I see people are leaving statements, and I think that that's what they're trying to figure out. Or is that what you're saying? Or that's based off your experience of who you've experienced? Or have you experienced other quote-unquote Black Hebrew Israelites that aren't the same as the ones that you've encountered?
Well, I one time I was doing some street preaching, and I was talking to a Hebrew Israelite or a gentleman who identified as that. To be fair, people identify as many different things. That doesn't necessarily mean that they hold to the tenets of that faith or that belief or that framework. So I'm not going to say that the man was a Hebrew Israelite or represents all of Hebrew Israelites. But my experience with Black Hebrew Israelites has been one of people who are angry, people who feel marginalized, people who feel that the European white Jesus is the white man's religion, so therefore they have to shy away from that stuff. And my conversations with them has always been, listen, man, no real Christian or no Christian believes in that European, BG. Nobody, Jesus wasn't Brad Pitt, man. Like we understand that, but we have to, for a second, look past that and let's look at the text. When I hear Black Hebrew Israelites talking about, keeping the law and keeping this and keeping that, I'm saying, listen, even the greatest of the Israelites couldn't keep the law. That was something that these men could not do. I do street preaching with a lot of different religions, and I've gone to Hasidic communities, Jewish communities. And I ask the rabbis all the time, there's no more priest, there's no more temple. How do you atone for sin? And they have to do theological gymnastics in order for them to be able to answer that, because there's no atonement for sin without the temple, without no priest. So you and I can say our atonement is Jesus Christ. They can't say that because it doesn't fit their narrative. Therefore, they have to do theological gymnastics, and that's what a lot of Black Hebrew Israelites do. They do theological gymnastics because they're just thinking. They're thinking about, you know, this is my identity. This is what I identify with, and I have to do everything in my power to defend and fight with all of this. And I have to stick to this, because if this is taken from me, then I lose my identity. So, you know, so that is, that, you know, and I see people here, you know, talking about Revelation and all these things. And again, this is just a bad theological perspective. This is, you know, using the book of Revelation, a book that's not even chronological. There's symbolism in there. There are tribes that are missing, tribes that are added, all these things. And this is not trying not to keep the Torah or anything like that. It's an understanding of what these laws meant. What was the point? Why these, you know, laws? Even if you read the Psalms, the Lord says, your sacrifices are nothing to me. Your worship means nothing to me. All the burnt, all these things that you're doing, they're nothing to me. These people didn't understand that. In Deuteronomy 29, Moses says, you have eyes but don't see, ears can't hear, and a heart that doesn't perceive. They didn't understand what was the point for all these things. But they have to fight and defend these tenets, because this is their identity. And if this is taken from them, then they don't belong to anything anymore. And that's what breaks my heart with the Black Hebrew Israelites. If some of these guys want to hit me up in private and they want to talk about the law and they want to talk about Revelation 14 and Revelation 22 and they want to talk about the Torah and they want to talk about the Tanakh, man, I'm more than happy to talk about these things. But don't distort the text. Don't misuse the text. And try to make it seem like if you keep A, B, and C, or if you do these things, that you're going to get right with God, because Abraham was considered righteous before the law even came into existence. So Abraham wasn't considered righteous because he kept the law. So that's the problem with the Hebrew Israelite. That's the whole thing. You know, they don't have an understanding of covenant theology. They don't have an understanding of what that means, because they're so deep into their identity. This represents their identity. This is who they are. This is what they believe. And if you take this from them, like gang members, if you take it from them, they no longer belong to anything, and they're left there by themselves. And nobody in this planet, I don't care who you are, wants to be solo. Nobody wants to be the Lone Ranger, because even he had Tonto. So that's how I see the Black Hebrew Israelite. No disrespect meant to them. No disrespect meant to you. But you know, or anyone. But that's just my understanding of them. That's just my view. If some of you guys want to chop it up, and you want to talk about it on the side, if you want to talk about it in private, man, I'll be more than happy to talk about it. I have no problems with that. I have no problem learning. I have no problem being proved wrong. I have none of that.
All right. Well, brother Jared, definitely, man. Thank you for coming on. Glad we finally got you on, a Georgia perspective. The perspectives is very important, because that's your worldview, that's your experience. So, but I think it helps everybody. Excuse me. I think it helps everybody who's on here to be able to have a healthy dialogue or conversation. And sometimes the thing is, I think it's hearing people out and listening to people, hearing what they have to say, helps all of us be able to learn and hear and understand what's going on in everybody's perspective.
William, let me just say one last thing real quick, and then I'll leave you alone.
Okay.
I'm reading some things about Abraham and whatnot. The text, they're going to be saints. There are saints that were not there, that were not alive during the time of the law. Righteousness was attributed to them before the law came into place. Now, you can argue if there was a law in the Garden of Eden, because when God gives a command, you can consider that a law. What the Hebrew Israelites are discussing are ceremonial laws, are judicial laws, are specific laws, dietary laws that were given to a specific group of people. Those laws were not in place prior to Sinai. And people before Sinai were considered righteous before those laws were put into place. That is what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that these men, I'm not trying to say that these men did whatever they want and no. I'm simply saying that what the Black Hebrew Israelites are trying to drill down people's throats, with the exception of Deuteronomy 28, is, or that Jesus was that Jesus was a black man. Aside from those 2 points, they're trying to drill down your throat that you have to keep, certain ceremonial laws and dietary laws in order for you to be right before God, and keep the Feast of Tabernacles, and keep these things, and keep that thing. If you're reading the text with proper hermeneutic, you can't, there's no way you come to that conclusion. It just doesn't make sense. David ate of the showbread even though he was not allowed to, and Jesus mentions that in the New Testament. There were certain things that were done and said for particular reasons and seasons. But, so anyways, man, I'm not going to hog up your line. I know there's a bunch of Hebrew Israelites that are, calling me Edomite, even though I'm probably darker than half of them. And
nah, they not. They not. They pretty balanced on here. The brothers and sisters on here. You may have some new ones that I haven't seen, but majority of the 90% of the ones that I know that are on here, nah, they not saying anything. They're not dogging you out.
yeah,
in fact, some of them like some of the things that you're saying.
My man with the Asian lady picture or something like that, he says that I want pork chop. Hey, Kim, if you got pork chops, man, share them. Okay, share them. If you got pork chops, you look like you're a healthy eater too, man. So we can eat them together.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for coming on, Jared, man. I look forward to seeing you pretty soon. I'm pretty sure we'll be talking eventually again. Okay. All right, bless you, man. All right, see you on here next. And let's get somebody else on here. Let's see here. Got enough time for about 3 more people. And we're going to invite. Let's see who else we got coming on and go from there. And let's see here. Any more Christians on here that want to come in and get a perspective regarding what they feel about Black Hebrew Israelites? You can send me an invite and I will bring you on. All right, send me an invite and I'll bring you on. Where's McNeil at? Yo, McNeil, send me another invite, man. Send me another invite. McNeil Jonathan, where you at, man? Send me an invite to bring you on. Hey, McNeil, hold on. Oh, no. Hey, for some reason, McNeil, I don't know if you're not in a coverage area or what, but you don't have the green camera on there so I can bring you on. Man, I'm going downstairs to get me some Christian. Casey, man, if you bet not, I better see you in Shabbat service, man. I better see you in Sabbath service, man. You crazy, man. All right, let's see on any more Christian brothers and sisters on here. I want to be able to bring y'all on, give y'all opportunity to share your perspective, and come on. I know there's some more on here. Let's see if I can get McNeil Jonathan. McNeil Jonathan, you got to turn your camera to the side or something, man. You got to turn your camera to the side. You got to turn your camera to the side so you can come on. You got to turn it horizontally so you can come on. Any Christians on here that would like to come on and talk about Black Hebrew Israelites, quote unquote Black Hebrew Israelites? What's going on, Lamar Price? How you doing, brother? If you got any Christian brothers and sisters want to come on here, send me an invite. I will bring you on. We have a few more minutes left to bring you brothers and sisters on before we jump off here. Let's see here. Hey, McNeil Jonathan, man, you might have to go back out and come back on. Unlock your rotator, man. Unlock your rotator. I think that's what's going on, Pastor Robert Bailey? How you doing, man? I think that's what Brother Jerry, he couldn't come on because he had his rotator locked. All right, where's Brother Jerry who had the Brother Jerry was on here, he had the rotator on lock. So you need to unlock your rotator so that way you can rotate your phone to be able to come on the live. Because it's not going to let you come on unless you unlock that rotator. Anybody else want to come on with my Christians, brothers and sisters? Come on now. Any other time we be on the live, folks be talking. Some folk be talking when Hebrews be on YouTube and Facebook Live, and now's the time to give brothers and sisters the opportunity to share their experience, what they think, how they feel. We had great dialogue, a great conversation from those all who came on here. Everybody shared wonderful perspectives. Whether you agree with it or not, is definitely fruitful for everybody to get an experience. Let's see here. Hold on. Hey, I can't come on, but I do not think that we should lump every Hebrew Israelite. Amen, Sister Naomi. Hold on. Hey, McNeil Jonathan, man, your phone is tripping. I'm trying to bring you on, but it's saying no answer from live guests. Timing is off. I keep thinking Elder is in Bruce Lee. Let's see here, man. It's not working for you, McNeil Jonathan. You might have to go back out and come back in or something like that. How often will you be doing this? I have my Nana wanting ask some questions and get some more knowledge about truth. Is it Sister Pryor? I don't want to mess your name up. Sister Pryor, you have to send me a friend request, and that way you can get notified when it's time for me when I come on. What is the difference between a black Hebrew Israelite and a Christian? Also, as black Hebrew Israelite, do you believe? Hey, Hiram, I'm not on here to answer any questions. I'm just giving a platform. All right, anybody that's coming on, I'm not on here to answer any questions, nothing like that. All right, I'm just on here to give a platform, and I'm using the term black Hebrew Israelites because that's the term that's used. Okay, it's not McNeil. It's not letting you come on, man. I don't know what you got to do. All right, I don't know what you got to do. All right, you might have to restart your phone or something. Anybody else want to come on from the Christian community, want to voice their opinion about black Hebrew Israelites or whatnot, definitely feel free to hit the button. We're trying to get McNeil Jonathan on, but I don't know what's going on with his phone. It's not letting him come on. All right. I'm here to ask for blessings, brother. Blessings to you as well, brother Iraji. Thought it was just mine, Jalen. What you talking about? Your live is delayed. I can hear you saying one thing in your lips. Hey, I don't know what's going on with the live. Why it's acting like that? I saw somebody the other day. They had the same thing going on. Yo, is the live jacked up? Is the live jacked up? Is the live good for everybody, or is it jacked up? Does the live have a delay? Maybe you need to get off and start another one. Okay, it's jacked up. Okay. All right, Beat Bros says good. A little off. Yeah, it's off delay. The live is like theology lagging. Needs to catch up. It's jacked for me. Delayed. All right, I'm about to get off and I'm about to come back on. I'm about to get off and come back on and finish up the last maybe 20 minutes, all right?